Recently, I made a video about how people are using everyday objects for very sinister purposes, which I'll link at the end. But it seems I only scratched the surface on exposing the people planting these secretive devices all around the world. Let's take a look at the darker side of technology, as we unveil the most commonly used technological traps you'll find hidden specifically in bathrooms around the world. We all need to use public restrooms or a bathroom at somebody else's house from time to time. Whether you're bursting for the toilet after eating out or staying at an Airbnb, there may be no obvious indication anything particularly sinister is going on. But the truth may surprise you. These places are hotspots for perverted activities, where creeps plant secretive devices, which they gain enjoyment from at your expense. More specifically, perverts around the world are using hidden cameras to peep on you. Sorry ladies, but more often than not, you're their favorite target. For instance, last June, a woman went to the restroom of a Whataburger restaurant in Abilene, Texas, and found a suspicious circle located under the toilet rim. It turned out to be a camera lens, integrated with wires below the lid of the toilet tank. This device was capable of recording women while they were sitting on the toilet with their pants down. Thankfully, authorities caught a man named T.J. Paul Hessler and charged him with 14 counts of invasive visual recording. Surveillance video revealed him ordering food from Whataburger before eventually entering the woman's restroom to install the hidden camera. If you find something suspicious, call the authorities straight away and let them know, and they'll help find and prosecute the perpetrator. Now, I'm not sure what type of hidden camera he used in this instance, but there are loads of security cameras on Amazon and eBay that can be used for stalking people in bathrooms. These cameras often store the filmed content, but some can be also accessed remotely, for creeps to view live or at a later date. That's bad news for you, as the footage may be posted online or used to extort you. Fortunately, this camera wasn't well hidden, but you should definitely be looking out for unusual wires and objects placed anywhere near, around, or under the toilet seat. Unfortunately, there are much more sophisticated devices out there that you should actively be looking out for. For example, if you're the type to stay at Airbnbs to save on expensive hotel room rates, examine the ordinary-looking items around you, especially in the shower. This shower gel container for men contains a water-resistant camera inside. The wirings are placed just below the gel compartment, so even if you open it, it will still dispense gel as if it's a normal container. Not only that, since it's for men, women wouldn't even consider touching it, increasing the likelihood it will remain undetected. In fact, that's listed as one of its selling points. I can't help but feel the distributor is complicit in all this illegal activity. They even talk about it taking a lot of exciting videos, which, unless you're watching movies in your shower, can only mean it's being used for something perverse. Not only that, devices like this being sold online can be accessed remotely, so even if you found out, chances are that somebody's already seen and stored the footage. It conceals a motion-detecting DVR camera and has 32 gigabytes of built-in storage, more than enough to record you for hours. The battery allows it to stay up for 19 hours and all recordings have timestamps. All videos are colored and include the audio, so it can snoop on conversations as well. So how can you spot deceptive shower gel cameras like this one? All you have to do is look out for a suspicious hole in the bottle. That's where the camera films through. They're usually round and have a bit of reflective characteristic due to the camera lens. Next, check the container. A shower gel container should fill the entire container and not halfway like these spy cams, since they hide wires and hardware. But sometimes, uncovering a hidden camera in a shower gel container is as easy as looking for a mobile phone inside. Last August, a 38-year-old warehouse worker named Michael Magic placed a phone inside one of these containers. He then cut a small, rectangular hole in the front and center for the camera lens. Afterwards, Michael placed it in the bathroom cabinet, directly facing the shower. His target? An innocent 13-year-old girl. He had seen her bare chest once, and he admitted to developing an attraction toward the minor. The man even had his so-called practice run by targeting his wife first. Whilst filming the young girl for a second time, she noticed the shower gel and looked inside to find a mobile phone. In the end, Michael Magic pleaded guilty to voyeurism and was given a 6-month prison sentence. But even with justice served, the emotional and psychological harm it inflicted on the 13-year-old girl won't be easily fixed. But you should look out for more than just shower gel. Toilet brushes also conceal cameras. They can contain motion-activated, waterproof pinhole DVR cameras capable of recording up to 16 gigabytes of HD videos. What's more, they're remotely controlled and can last 10 hours on a full charge. Speaking of brushes, there's a $300 toothbrush spy cam that records videos in better quality than 1080p HD. Again, look out for that suspicious black dot to spot it. Though apart from looking for the camera lens, a good way to find these hidden cameras is to observe the bathroom. If you're staying in someone else's place, look at the bathroom objects and ask yourself if they make sense. For example, a single-person apartment bathroom shouldn't have a lot of toothbrushes, especially ones that look bulkier than the rest. If the shower gel and brushes aren't enough to make you worry, here's a bathroom tissue box hiding a 32GB spy cam. Again, it's motion activated and can last for 12 hours. Here's proof I'm not just wearing a foil hat. Just last December in Pleasantville, Westchester, former CNBC show director Dan Switson used a tissue box spy cam to take pictures of his 18-year-old nanny and even her friends in the bathroom. One of the nanny's friends eventually found the camera hidden in the tissue box and reported it to the police. Dan Switson was arrested and charged with unlawful surveillance and is now a registered sex offender. Take that as a lesson that you can't trust anyone, regardless of whether they appear to be successful. There will always be perverts in all economic and social classes. Also, don't forget to look above and below. If a hidden cam isn't placed under the sink or the toilet tank lid, it might be located behind a vent. In 2015, a young woman named Harmony Hetchy spotted a hidden camera in the shower at a Travelodge hotel room. At the back of the vent was a concealed webcam that was facing right where she was taking a shower. The camera was connected to a USB cable, but it was thankfully turned off at the time. And watch out for air fresheners too. Inside this beautiful freshener is a high-definition camera that can be activated by movements and even body heat. It's advertised as a home and office security device. In particular, it's a nanny cam meant to spy on babysitters. The camera can be connected to a Wi-Fi network so that its owner receives alerts quickly. Just a couple of months ago, someone visiting Russia saw this air freshener camera at a shopping mall bathroom. It's quite easy to spot thanks to its sizable lens and how all the other sections are hollow. You should also look out for ordinary items such as this coat hook. Someone who bought it on Amazon commented that it was good for watching over their babysitter when they were away. You can usually spot them because they tend to be sold with 2 hooks instead of just one. And the lens is a rather obvious dot positioned at the top. Many online stores are still selling coat hook spy cameras featuring this exact design. They could be black or white, but the form tends to be the same. Try to remove it for examination. Look for the lens, the SD card slot, and the USB port, among others. Lastly, don't think twice about calling the police once you find one. There have been multiple cases of people using these particular devices to film others on the toilet for their sexual pleasure, including one 21-year-old man who hid them in female toilets at McDonald's. While these cases tend to be isolated, the problem is that more and more people are using these devices. In April of 2017, American police received multiple reports of people spotting these coat hook spy cameras. Earlier in June of 2016, the official Facebook page of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office in the Florida Keys reported 3 cases of coat hook cameras being found in women's restrooms. It doesn't help that these devices have motion sensors, thus it can preserve its battery charge and only take a video or a snapshot if someone enters the toilet. As a takeaway lesson, make sure you look out for any dark dots suspiciously placed on items. Lots of the time they're well camouflaged, but other times they're misplaced. Everyone has a right to privacy, but not all people will respect that. As more and more spyware devices pop up, it helps to be well informed about hidden cameras. And if you're also concerned about remotely accessed cameras, make sure you check out our previous video on this topic, as that goes into more depth explaining how to detect them. That said, have you ever had any experiences of finding any of these hidden cameras? And how would you react if you found one? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there.